Well, let's go back and have our earlier conversation with Dr. Adam Bona on the national security statements there and what individuals can do to stay safe. Mr. Bona, if you can hear me, I was finding out from you your initial reactions to the the national apparatus statement there.
Well, yes, good evening to your viewers. It has always been something some of us expected, and it's not the first time we are getting such a statement from the national security apparatus of this country. What I probably would have wanted to see is a more broadened, what do you call it, caution, trying to caution universities, cautioning traders, cautioning, hotels, and cautioning even, places where social activities take place for entertainment, for sports, and all that. Because we must know that when it comes to terrorism and, where they attack, one size doesn't fit all. And so my expectations would have been we have heightened national security alerts. What we have received has to do with something that has to do with religious facilities. And I have already seen some media portals pointing to churches. If you go to other countries, places where they have attacked, they've attacked both mosques and churches and, schools and all that. And so that is what I was expecting to see. But I think this could be something to begin with.
Dr. Bona, what do you make of the statement's suggestions of installing CCTVs as well as hiring private security? Do you think that is the way to go?
Well, it is one of the ways to go. CCTVs by themselves will not do much because then even if you were to install a CCTV camera and you have a 24-hour monitoring and an attacker storms the building, I bet you the person who is monitoring is likely to flee if he can. And so what some of us, if you ask me, those who would organize this event, churches, mosques, entertainment centers and all that, will have to probably look at fashioning out, security policies for their, facilities and events. That way, we are not going to have a one-size-fits-all policy. Because then if you install CCTVs and they attack, what would you do? I mean, it's usually going to be after events, if you are fortunate and the building is so sunny, you go to pick up images. And so, yes, CCTVs are good, but I think that the churches should rather find a way to get their congregants, the mosques, the entertainment centers, find a way to let the people be 24/7 alert with regards to, seeing suspicious people and all that. And also installing systems like, metal scanners, underground, what do you call it, scanners for vehicles. And so I would want to see some form of education coupled with the systems being installed. And so this is what I would recommend.
Now, Dr. Bona, talking about public gatherings, what more can, the populace do to stay safe? Really, what advice would you give the public on staying safe as to, averting some of these terrorist attacks?
Well, what the public can do is to look out for suspicious people who sometimes are wearing oversized clothes. You see persons who are wearing oversized clothes and an oversized clothes that look very suspicious, then chances are that you might want to alert the security agencies because then an oversized clothes or shirt or trousers could be something that would be holding or hosting an AK-47 or some weapon of assault. And so these are what people should be looking out for. And then those who organize this event themselves would have to be schooled with regards to what to put out there. There should be, handouts, flyers, going out there. But you have trouble just getting attacked, and what we see is caution for, religious facilities. I wanted to see, a heightened state of security in terms of cautioning the general populace that this could happen to us. But unfortunately, we haven't seen that. And this terror activities is not limited to just one country. Before you see, they descend on us, and we would have to begin to run around and begin to fashion out what do we do. And so I think we should start it now by ensuring ensuring that everybody, there's some form of education. As I watch TV, tell me, if I saw somebody who is carrying, who looks suspicious, which number do I call? Am I going to call national security? Which number do I call at national? Do we have a hotline to report this incident? Or I'm going to call the normal police control room, or I'll call fire service, or call the ambulance. Who do I call? And so mine is that we need to look at these things so that it would help us. Yes, national security is doing something, but I think doing this, they would have to do them properly.
Dr. Bonah, finally, before I let you go, let's talk about our borders and our immigration, particularly, and other security agencies. Do you think that they are on the top of their jobs, seeing the number of, migrants we have coming in and out of the country each day?
Well, it's just a yes and no. We have, thousands and thousands of porous borders, entry, and exit points in this country. The immigration officials and the security officials will still, they still 100 today, another 2,000 is, created. And so, I know there's a forward, the military is building some bases around the border areas. The immigration themselves, some systems have been installed. I must say, some systems, surveillance systems have been installed, and there is some amount of increase in surveillance around the border areas, which is good. But I think that border communities need a lot of education. If you were in Olugo, if you were in Hamile, you were in the other parts of some of these border areas, Aflao, and people were coming in and looked suspicious. Have we trained the border community intelligence to be able to spot and point out somebody who is likely to be a terrorist? And if they do, who do they report to? These are things that I think we haven't done so well. We haven't done well in trying to, put them down well and getting it to the grassroots.
I want to thank you so much for your time this evening. Dr. Adam Bonah, there's a security analyst, and he says, keep your eyes open.